Today has been a bit of a mess up all round on my part. We were supposed to be going to Typhoon Lagoon nice and early today, and well, I mean, I got up a reasonable sort of time. We all did. We realised it doesn't open until 10 a.m. So when I made that announcement, I think everybody in the house basically just went, okay. So we watched Teen Titans a lot. We watched Unikitty and We Bare Bears, whatever it's called, on Cartoon Network. They're all fun. American TV is great. I keep saying that. Then we decided we wanted to nip to Publix and get some food, so that when we were at Typhoon Lagoon we didn't have to buy food, we would just kind of eat what we brought with us. By the time we got going it was actually about 10:30. We were on our way to Publix and I'm thinking, I feel really ill. Why do I feel so rough? Why do I feel so unwell? And then about 20 minutes into we were arriving at Publix and we were kind of going about, and I suddenly said, I haven't taken my tablets since we arrived on holiday. I remember taking one the day we arrived, like we landed first thing in the morning, but I was like, I haven't taken anything else since. And this was like midday nearly today. So we agreed that we'd buy more stuff in Publix than we'd intended to, and then we'd take it home, so that we did a bit of shopping, and then I went and took my tablet. And throughout the day I've slowly felt more human again. I'm on I've got an underactive thyroid, so if I don't take my tablets my muscles start to go really funny. They were getting really, I've never had it, I guess I've never gone this long without them before, but what was happening was my muscles in my legs felt really strained and like awkward, and my shoulders felt really stiff and weird, and within a couple of hours of taking them that all went away. But normally I get like a burning feeling in my arms and legs, and I was getting that in my hands, but I thought it was because I'd played so much Pokemon Go yesterday at the Animal Kingdom. I just assumed that my hands were playing up because of that. But yeah, that's all gone now. I feel better for that, which is great. So then we, while we were there, I meant to bring the can in. While we were there, I saw this can that I'd been seeing around Disney. It's a spray-on suntan lotion. So you just kind of go, do your back, do your face, whatever. All good. So I was very excited about that. Bought some, sprayed myself. I'm actually looking at my reflection now thinking I look really red. I'm actually quite tanned. I'm not as pink as I look on the video. I'm not pink at all, in fact. That should be brownness, but it's coming up as red on the camera, which is very disappointing. But I sprayed all that on, and while I was reading the can, it said on it, do not spray directly onto your face. Spray it onto your hands, then wipe it into your face. So I just assumed it meant don't spray it into your eyes, so I kind of went nice and close. Then my cheeks set on fire and I was absolutely uncomfortable from that. I've got little red marks there. I need to put some cream on that to dye that down. My wife was spraying Lamp Up and accidentally got some on her cheek, and Lamp Up's just got this burn mark across there on her face now. Do not put it on your face. She didn't mean to spray it on her. She was spraying her shoulder and some went on her face. So man, we've got to be careful with this stuff. It worked really well. I am really brown, even though the video's determined to make me not seem brown. I am the brownest I have been in years, which is great. I'm excited. We had a really funny moment. We got to Typhoon Lagoon anyway. I sprayed the stuff on. It was aching here, but it was all right. It's such a faff getting in, especially with little kids. I mean, the kids were all right. We had to keep sorting the baby out and stuff like that. We went into Typhoon Lagoon. We had to get changed and do the lockers, all that faff. It's $15 to use a locker for the day, $2 each for a towel and stuff like that. We bought our own, but when we saw you could get them, we thought we'd get a couple more. One thing I will definitely praise this place for, this is the height of summer, hot day. We were in the overflow car park, yet when we got there an hour or 2 hours late from opening, we went straight in and got seats. We had somewhere to park our stuff up. We never had to queue for more than 5 minutes for, well, not even that, for a slide. We went on, I think what was it called? Humunga Kawabunga or something like that. Mamba Caraba, I don't know, it's something like that. Lamp Up went right up the steps to the top and realised it was outrageously steep and went back down, said didn't want to have a go. I thought she was being a bit silly about it, and I thought she was being a bit chicken, but then when I went over the edge of the slide, I instantly regretted my decision to go on it and was just like, oh no, and just slid down at like warp speed and darted along the water at the bottom. I said to her, yeah, you're good, you didn't go on that. We went on the ride next to it, I forget the name, there was like 3 different routes on it. They're all essentially the same, but we couldn't take Bosco on it because you had to be able to swim confidently, and so we left him down the bottom with my mother-in-law. He's wearing, they give away free life jackets that you just wear around the park, so both the kids loved that. They were just wearing them everywhere, but we said to him, don't worry about it, you know, we won't go on it. He's quite confident and happy to not go on it if he thinks it's scary. So Lampard went on that one. This idiot in front of us, they had to cancel the ride for like 5 minutes because this idiot sent his kids down, and then this lifeguard had to just rescue them. And he was like, can your kids swim? And the guy was like, oh no, they can't. My mother-in-law's just there like, you moron. I felt really bad for his kids, and I felt relieved that we'd read the sign and not sent Bosco down it. But yeah, Lamp could swim. She was fine. That was much better. You just kind of went round. There's a point where it went in the dark, and I suddenly freaked out, not knowing which way it was going to go next. But it was very fun. We went in the massive wave pool, which is like the highlight of Typhoon Lagoon. Bosco, bless him, would not go more than sort of 50 meters into the, like, it starts off really shallow, like I'm talking this shallow, and it gets all the way down to like 7 or 8 feet shallow, so you can't touch the floor. Bosco wouldn't go beyond maybe a foot in depth. Lamp wouldn't go beyond the 2 foot mark, give or take. Me and Mrs. Sheepdog went right down into sort of just before 4 feet. Part of the reason I didn't get any further was because by the time I got to it, the wave came through us back to like 1 foot, and then I'd start the journey back to the front, and by the time I'd get there again, it'd be throwing us back. So I spent a lot of time trying to convince Bosco to come into like the 2 foot area, or maybe even 3 feet, and I'd hold him, but he doesn't trust me enough to let me hold him and go through that. But he was loving it. Every time a wave come, he'd run to maybe 2 foot deep, see the wave coming, he'd turn around and he'd run back, and then just as the wave would be like coming lower, it would knock him a bit, and he'd jump forward, and then he'd float along with his life jacket, and that was great. They'd float around with the life jacket for a bit together. One thing I love about the Disney parks is you've got all these awesome pictures of Lamp and Bosco just naturally floating about, having a laugh, relaxing. Bosco's there giving a thumbs up, or Lamp laying in practically a puddle, to be honest, but she's just there laying, chilling out, and a woman's come over and just took a picture of her. That she got him to sit in front of this like truck thing and took pictures of him there. We all went on the lazy river, which was quite fun. I couldn't get in, I couldn't like jump onto the back of the ring, so I had to kind of just float in the middle of it. I think I managed to get on top of it when some guy held it for me, and I jumped on top of it, but I literally capsized after a minute, so I gave up. My mother-in-law and Mrs. Sheepdog, they lay on a double one together with a baby and just floated nicely. Lamp went off floating into the distance on her own. She insists on not associating with her family. She's a typical teenager already. Bosco was just petrified the whole way round, was worried, he wanted to hold on to somebody, but he was all right, he had fun. He wanted to go back on it straight away afterwards, and he was desperate to go back to the tidal wave. But the reason I'm half blind, which I don't know if I referenced that earlier in the video, but basically at some point I must have had it on my hands, or it must have been where I put it on my forehead, but suntan lotion got in my eyes, and after we got off the slides I basically went completely, I couldn't see, I was blind, I was just like this, and I'd just be squinting, and I had to get Mrs. Sheepdog to walk me around by my hand. We went back to our seats, and we were going to go back in the water and have a swim around, and I just couldn't see what I was doing, and I started to panic, and I went and sat back down, and I put a sheet over my head because I thought it was the light at first. I thought it was the sun was just too bright. I hadn't been wearing my glasses because I didn't want to lose them, and basically yeah, it was aching so much. I'd never experienced such pain in my eyes before. It just wouldn't go away, and it was like, it must have been about 4 o'clock that it started, and I don't know exactly the time now, but it's about 8, I think, and it's literally just starting to stop now. I've been wearing this over my face with ice in it. I had to go to the first aid tent building, and I was worried there that they were going to say like, oh, that'd be $100 or something, but this nice lady put drops in my eyes. And the weird thing was, I took Lamp up with me because she had the same ache, but hers wasn't as bad, and the woman said to me, I'll get you some eye drops. She put them in my eyes, and straight away my eyes were open, and I was like, this feels great, thank you, I'm cured. And so she gave me a handful more and said it will ache throughout the day. It will come and go. You know, this will tide you over. Just you know, go out and have a pleasant day. So we went off. She gave Lamp Up some cream to put on her face on the burnt bits, which I need to put on mine. And Lamp Ups was cured like that. I need to put it on mine, but I've not got around to it yet. I've been too busy with this. And I must have lasted about 5 minutes. I managed to get back to Mrs. Sheepdog before I was just in agony again. And I basically said, look, we have to go. We were supposed to go to Epcot, and I said, I don't think I can do it. You know, everything that we were going to be doing involved us looking at something, looking at fish, looking at videos, looking at fireworks. I said, I can't do any of those things because my eyes won't open. So we got in the car. She basically guided me to the car while I was like this. I fell asleep in the car because my eyes were so squinted. I heard mention of us going to McDonald's, so my eyes suddenly burst open. I had a burger and I felt a bit better, but once we got back, I was in agony again. I've been laying on the sofa with just like that, and I had like a block of ice, sorry, and I was just squeezing the cold water into my eye, and it does feel a lot better. I'm surprised. I mean, we wouldn't have made any of this stuff if I'd have felt better now, but I'm pleased it's finally gone. But overall, I mean, focusing on the Typhoon Lagoon stuff, fantastic day, loved it. We are going to go back. It was the best. It was so good. Funny moment that happened in the river bit, in the tidal wave bit. A guy comes up to me, just walks up. He goes, it was so, because it started raining. I didn't mention it. It started raining, and I wasn't fussed because it's so hot you don't really care. And he goes, you know, never thought I'd come to a place like this in weather like this. It's great. It really feels good. It's perfect weather for it. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, unless the lightning strikes, then everyone's being turned into a Pikachu or a Zapdos, right? Am I right? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, sorry, dude, I'm a bit of a gamer. And I was like, yeah, me too. And I said, if I'd known there was going to be people like you, I'd have bought my phone with me and we could have done some trading. He was like, yeah, man, you should have bought your phone. And as he's walking away, my mother-in-law was like, how did he know you were a gamer? And I'm like, I'm a massively overweight man. I'm white as anything. I mean, I don't think I am as much now. Yeah, I think it was a safe bet. I also had a young son there. I think he probably assumed from looking... I mean, honest to God, I didn't have anything on me to suggest I was a Pokemon Go player, but this guy nailed it. He just walked over, starts talking to me about Pokemon. We had a brief chat, but at that point, this was whilst I was going blind, so I felt bad for the guy because he's talking to me and I'm thinking my eyes really sting and I'm not sure where Lamp Up is, and you know, I'm kind of going, yeah, and I'm thinking I should ask him about the local like Pokemon Go group, which I've joined now for Orlando, but yeah, it was just so funny. But I know why, because I'm, as I say, a fat bloke. So that was funny. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to cover off. But yeah, Typhoon Lagoon was awesome. I want to go back. We are going to Epcot day after tomorrow. Tomorrow the plan is Daytona, and just getting a feel for America. Really, I want to go to. I think we're gonna go for a buffet breakfast and then go to the beach, catch some Pokemon, do some shopping, chill out. We've all agreed we don't really want to sunbathe. We just want to jump in the water and then jump out of the water and go, oh, I've been in it now. But yeah, I might do some filming while I'm there because it seems like a good place to just do a little bit of America filming. Lamp Up wants to be in a video now. She's saying, oh, come on, you're not letting me be in them. But it's because especially today, it's all about me burning my face off and stuff like that. I'm hoping I won't ruin any more days because I've been proper grumpy today. I'm hoping that's me done for negativity for the holiday. But no, we had a wonderful day. The family seemed to really enjoy Typhoon Lagoon, and thumbs up. Bosco gave it 2 thumbs up, so that was how good it was. But yeah, awesome. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment and all that stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.